This is literally me eating 1,200 calories a day.
Dude, you can't eat like lower than 1,200 calories, right?
No, now I can like not feel bad for eating like McDonald's at 2 a.m.
I think that's rare though. A lot of people don't have self-control in that. It wasn't until like a couple years ago where I had like a burger. Like I didn't eat burgers for so long.
Well, it's called balance. Only reason I got into running was because of the pandemic. I had no other way of doing cardio. You know, I can stop eating when I'm full and not overdo it.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, every other things in that nature in the universe. Welcome to, I still don't have a chronological episode in order for these things, but welcome to this episode of the Start Yesterday podcast. I am here with a long-awaited guest. It's been a long time in the making. Welcome, Laura, to the show.
Thank you so much. I know I was just going to say long overdue. Yeah. We've been talking about this for quite a bit now, and it finally builds up the courage to get on here, so I'm excited.
I mean, it's not easy, yeah. Like I'm kind of chilling with it. My whole life is on the internet / like everybody knows everything about me, but some people like it gets sketched out. But that's the beauty of editing.
I know. I post all my whole life on social media too. I always have. I've always been someone to make like videos and post things, and like I just love making content.
Well, it's good. You got to be authentic. I feel like it's a very a lot of people aren't like that anymore. Like they'll have like a facade, or they'll be the person you see on the internet is not the same person, and it's not the same person in person, right? And I don't blame people sometimes. You know, you need to put on a facade, but for me, I'm the same guy.
Me too.
On the internet, be in person, and it's like I don't know. You just gotta be real.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm a horrible actor, and liar.
I'm terrible at lying. I can't play poker. Like I have buddies that like do poker nights, and I'll be like, I'll just go. Well, also I have no patience too, so it's not a good recipe. A, they could read me, and then B, like 3 hands in, I'm like all in, and then like because I'm just hoping to get this game over with, right?
Yeah.
And I'll lose obviously, and then they'll go for like 4 hours with like they won't even put any money up for grabs. They'll just do it for bragging rights. I can't. I'm like if I'm ever doing poker again, like minimum like $100 buy-in, because at least like. I might pay attention for like more than 3 hands.
Absolutely.
I don't want to lose $100.
So I'm the same. I'm like, I'll take $20 to the casino. Once I lose that, it's done. I'm over it.
No, actually, that's the best thing. Know your limit, play within it. All right, yeah. No, I actually think that's a good strategy though. Like, if you're ever gonna gamble, like know your limit, play within it. Like, set 100. Like, I'm typically like, if I don't have a limit, like I'll go with a buddy and I'll be like, here's my limit. Here's my credit card. Here's my wallet. Here's my ID. You're much more responsible than me because I have very shitty self control. So just don't let me exceed that, and then we're good.
That's
right?
So me. It was for when I go out, I'm like, we're just going for one drink. And then I'm like, it's 2 a.m. No. And there's been 30 drinks.
It's 5 o'clock on a Friday. We're going to hide.
Let's go.
Let's go. When I heard that song, you're the first person that like popped in my head, actually.
It's such a good song.
It is a good song. It's a good banger.
God, yeah.
Well, typically, at the beginning of all the podcast, I ask if you have a sob story. Because like everybody should know mine. If they don't, well, I don't know. You don't need to know mine, but I lost a lot of weight. So I guess like what sparked the je ne sais quoi? What sparked the interest in the fitness and the health? Like, what's the background?
Yeah, so honestly, as I grew up, I never, ever played a single sport in my life. I was literally the most unathletic kid. I just would, like, watch TV, you know, hang out with my friends, snack. I was, like, very, like, just little dainty. Like, I had a hard time gaining weight as is anyway. I was very small as a kid. I just had no interest in like playing sports. You know, my parents had me in like ballet when I was young and gymnastics, but the second that I didn't really want to do it anymore, they didn't push me and they were like, okay, yeah, no problem. Like, you don't have to. So I never had any background in sports or any exercising whatsoever. And then I was about 19, 20 years old, and I started dating my first serious boyfriend, and he was a very big, well-known power lifter, personal trainer, very knowledgeable in that space. And I would see him, you know, training all these people and these clients and seeing all their results, and I was like really curious about it. And I was like, hey, like, what could you train me? Like, I would love to, you know, experience, you know, what you do as a career. And I know this would be the best person. I trust you, you know.
It's valid.
And so I basically like 0 to 100 balls to the wall. I was like on a workout plan and like on a meal plan within like a week or two, and kind of just went from there. And he, you know, taught me everything from the ground up. He would come to my our little condo gym with me, and we would, he would show me how to do proper form, certain weights, certain exercises, and he would just give me little workouts to do every day, and then again that meal plan. So that's kind of how it started. And then that's also kind of where my relationship with food started to.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna get into.
Yeah, that's kind of where it started to change a little bit.
Yeah.
I had absolutely no issue with food growing up. My parents were great. Everything was available whenever I wanted it, whenever I wanted it. So I never felt any type of restriction whatsoever, and I'm very thankful for that. But once I started, having a meal plan, and then there was now things that I could not eat, I wasn't allowed to eat. I started to see food in such a different way, where to the point where I would avoid like family functions. I would avoid parties because there was food there that I couldn't have, and I didn't trust myself. And I would just go to these events and just fixate on it. Like I couldn't even enjoy myself. I wasn't even present. I was just so laser focused on all this food that like I couldn't have because it's not chicken and rice and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I had to weigh out all my food, and it really changed the way that I looked at food. And that was a big struggle for probably about 4 years.
Okay.
Fast forward to moving to Toronto.
Oh, you're not from Toronto?
No, I'm from Barrie.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm from Barrie. So fast forward to I was with that guy for 4 years or so, and then we parted ways. And then about a year later, so I met my next partner, and he was living in Toronto. Pandemic happened.
Wonderful.
He was a nurse. I wasn't allowed to. My parents were like, "You can't go back and forth. That's not safe. Either you don't see him anymore and stay with us, or you just fully move to Toronto." And I was like a month into dating this guy, like barely. And I was like, "Screw this! Like I'm not staying with my parents. Like, sure, like let's go, whatever." So moved in. Everything was fine. Hey, you know what?
You know what?
It was quite the experience. I regret none of it.
Really? You don't? No. Hashtag no regrets.
Never regrets. No regrets. No. So anyway, so I moved in, and again, like I was still like heavily into this like horrible eating disorder. I would have him like weigh my food out for lunch when I was like going to like he would make my lunches for like going when I still worked like in an office.
Yeah.
Even though it was the pandemic, I still had to go in.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
We would lock the door and not have anyone come in, but like they still wanted us to like pick up the phones and like work on our laptops. I don't know.
Pretty dumb.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
So anyway, he would like I would make him weigh out my food like for my lunches. And then, dinner would come around and he would be like, "Okay, like we're going to cook." And I was like, "Wait, what do you mean? Like this isn't like my meal plan. Like, what do you mean? Like I eat chicken and rice, steak and rice for dinner for the last 4 years. Like 100 grams of this and blah, 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 whatever." And he would start using like all this butter and sauces, and I was like sweating. I was like, I don't know how to track any of this.
Oh my God.
I was like fucking literally, can I swear?
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh dude, there's no way I could filter this shit out. Like thank you for asking, but
okay.
like, this is definitely not like a chat. This is not the Wiggles.
Perfect, thank God. Because
Yummy fruit
I like
salad. But yeah.
Amazing. Okay. So anyway, so I'm like internally like screaming, like, I don't know, I'm gonna like blow up like a balloon, freaking the fuck out. So slowly started implementing just like regular eating habits into my life, and slowly realized that like my body wasn't going to blow up like a balloon. My metabolism at that point was pretty fucked up because I had been under eating for so long.
Yeah.
So I mean, initially I did, gain a little bit because my body's just not used to the extra calories
eating
and like
at maintenance.
Exactly. Yeah. And also my digestive system was fucked as well because I was only eating XYZ foods, and we were now using sauces, butters, cheese, like going out to eat.
Actually enjoying food though.
Exactly. Which I missed so much.
Yeah.
So, and then slowly as time went on, I started to get so much more comfortable just not restricting myself. That's the biggest thing. I stopped thinking so hard about food and like what was going into my body and like the amount, and like trying to justify like making sure I burn enough calories to eat this much and blah, 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 and just really start to like enjoy food again. And eat normal's amount. And then also at that point, doing that, my hunger cues and fullness cues came back.
Yeah.
Because that gets lost when you restrict yourself for so long. You don't know when you're hungry. You don't know when you're full because you're used to eating at like these specific times of day and like specific amounts. And then when you have like that cheat meal, you could go on and on and on because your body just like, it craves everything. At that point, you're restricted for so long. So that happened. And then I did start implementing fasting. I will get into that as well. And then I did change a little bit of my lifting routine as well, just because of the pandemic. I couldn't do my regular Stairmaster anymore. So I started implementing running, which obviously helped, speed up that metabolism. And, eating enough food helped it immensely. Especially my mood as well. Like that was huge too. Like I would be a fucking asshole.
Yeah, no, that's understandable.
Like, because I was eating so little and I wasn't getting results that I wanted. And I was like,
What's the
just
point?
stuck
Yeah.
in this cycle over and over, like
Dude,
just
that'd be
pissed
terrible.
off at the world.
Yeah,
like,
just be hangry like 24/7.
yeah.
Oh,
And I
that's
was like,
awful.
and for what? To look the same that I did like a year ago?
Yeah.
Like, and I didn't know why. I didn't understand it. And honestly, it was truly, like I said, when I let go of restricting myself and just allowed myself to eat what I wanted to eat and crave what I wanted to crave. And, and then I stopped like binging. I stopped having to feel like I needed to eat the whole pint of ice cream. I could have a couple bites and be like, guess what? If I want more, I can have more. And guess what? My body is going to blow up. I'm not going to lose my mind over doing this.
That's valid.
And I'm not going to punish myself anymore either for doing it. Because that was huge too. Like, I would punish myself at the gym.
Yeah, and then like, I know a lot of people they'll like cheat, but then they get like what's the word? They like feel guilty, and then they'll like go on the Stairmaster for like 2 hours.
Exactly. I know
just
so many
unhealthy
people
as
that
fuck.
still do that to the day, and it's sad to watch. And I want to help them so bad, but like you can't help anyone that doesn't want to be
To
helped.
lead a
And, like,
horse to water, you can't force it to drink.
exactly,
Right?
exactly. It's just like you kind of have to find your own way and your own healing journey because it looks different for everyone.
Yeah.
But that was mine, so I'm really, really thankful. Like I said, no regrets.
Yeah.
Everything that went through for the last, couple years into that, I regret none of it. It was amazing. I moved to Toronto. I met so many amazing people. I started working in fitness. F45 we'll get into. I healed my relationship with food. I learned so much about myself, so much about what I want and don't want in relationships and stuff like that. So that's kind of how I healed my relationship with food.
That's good though.
So I'm really, really thankful for that because I'm so able to go out for dinner with my friends and not have to worry about what I'm going to do in the gym the next day or what I'm going to do to work it off the next day. And, I can stop eating when I'm full and not overdo it.
I think that's rare though. A lot of people don't have self-control in that regard.
Yeah.
I commend that, but I generally think like some people would be better not avoiding it, but like I don't know. I'm not the type of person that can eat a spoonful of ice cream and like not finish the pint. But I guess it's different for everybody.
Yeah.
I would rather I don't know. I'd rather like eat a cookie and then walk more.
Yeah.
But like I'm also not like killing myself because I used to do that where it was like when I was like strict on a regimen, I would like I'd have a cheat meal and then like I would like do 3 hours extra of cardio to
Yeah.
like, but it
Offset that
doesn't
kind of
really
thing.
work. Like sometimes your body actually, like if you're in a strict hard diet for like 2 weeks, like you literally need a reset. Your glycogen needs it. Like your metabolism needs
Absolutely.
it. Especially like a burger because then it has like red meat and iron. You get the energy from it. I mean, don't do like, I did it once where I had like Chinese as a cheat meal and then like all that MSG, like bro, I was in a fucking food coma. It was
Yeah.
really bad.
I used to always do sushi for my like cheats.
Oh, sushi's good because that's clean to a certain extent, and then like you can moderate the amount of carbs. Like I wish I like
Yes, you
sashimi.
could.
I don't
You
like
do.
sashimi.
I love sashimi.
I wish I
There's
liked sashimi.
15 pieces.
But
of that.
that's clean as fuck. Like it's
Yeah.
just it's not even well honestly there's not even carbs in it for the most
Yeah.
part. I mean unless you get
You gotta get
the
those cheese wontons though.
cheese one. Ew. Nah, I see my sushi goes to is all like American shit. Like I like chicken teriyaki rolls. I like beef teriyaki rolls. I like
Those are good.
shrimp tempura rolls. You ever been to August 8?
Yes,
Dude,
that's one of my favorite all you can eat.
I went there on Thursday. It's the best fucking sushi
I
place.
love that
It's
spot.
the best. Like the torch shit and like
Yes.
the wag. Oh my god! Like
The
anybody.
Wagyu, they just got that too.
No, it's new. It's not new. I've been there like last year. Okay.
Is it, would you go to what one do you go
Well,
to?
I've been
I know
to
they have a
two of
couple.
them. So they have three, I think. There's
There's one
Burlington
downtown.
There's the downtown one, but the downtown one's not good.
Really?
The
Okay, that's
downtown
the
one's
only one I've
overrated.
been
See,
to.
that's the thing. Because that's like their like That's like their like fourth location. Their OG one is in Burlington. Then they have one in Sauga and I think in Oakville. And then they moved into downtown. The
They have
downtown
one in Brampton too.
So I just know like the different. Some of the places don't have the same thing. But if you go to the OG one in Burlington and then there's one in Sauga, I've been to both of those. Both are like excellent.
Interesting.
But yeah, it's like they have like torch sushi and it's like all you can eat and it's
Yep.
like, unbelievable.
I love it. And the service is always phenomenal.
And it's not insanely expensive. Like for what you're getting, like okay, it's like slightly elevated prices, but you're also getting fucking wagyu.
If you
like,
can eat
yeah,
enough, it is so worth it.
it's like $50 all
It's
in.
$50, and then you go to Kibo, and it's like
What's
two.
Kibo?
Kibo is like a really nice. It's not all you can eat, but it's
I
a
would
really
never go
good.
to a sushi place. Not all you can eat.
I know. It's really good quality. Don't get me wrong, but you're paying like $50 for I don't know 16 rolls.
No,
Like,
that's ridiculous.
I know. The quality is great, but yeah, like that's the thing. If you can eat enough, so worth it.
Yeah, I mean, I had an eating disorder, but it was a lot different. Like it was it's called RFID. I forget what it stands for, but basically, like I ate the same thing for like 15 years. Where I just the Happy Meal menu from McDonald's, and that kind of didn't help with the weight loss part. But basically, when you give your it's really with anything, especially with food. Like when you give your body the same thing over and over again, it just gets dependent on it, and it gets used to it, and then like your body hates or your humans hate change. But then fundamentally, when you're so used to eating the same thing over and over again, when I would try to eat anything but the Happy Meal from the Happy Meal menu, I would like throw up. So
Interesting.
It was really bad, and so even sometimes the thought of food would make me gag. But like it was to the point where it was like not even a chicken finger was a chicken finger. Like it literally had to be from certain places. Like I couldn't go to like the grocery store and get like those frozen ones. I would gag if I had that. So I went to an eating disorder specialist, and it was really funny because like most of the it's not funny, but most of the people that were going there, I was like the only fat one. They were all like bulimic or anorexic, and I'm just there, and they're like, bro, what the fuck? Like, why are you here? And anyways, we had to basically deconstruct food in order for me to then like reintroduce it. So it went from like the chicken finger to like literally like deep frying it at home, and then from there like air frying it, and then grilling it, and then just basically deconstructing it. And then did that with enough food to where it was like I have a good base. Like I mean, there's still things that I wouldn't say I would probably throw up. I'm not even going to entertain it. Where it's like I'm not going to Indian. There's just like certain
there's
things.
some things that you just can't stomach.
But where I was to where I'm at now, like. Yeah, I can eat a lot of proteins, and I just don't fuck with stuff that I don't fuck with.
At least you're off the Happy Meals now.
I mean, yeah, honestly, like it's funny. It wasn't until like a couple of years ago where I had like a burger. Like I didn't eat burgers for so long, and I just literally and from McDonald's, like I would never order their burgers. I was so like I thought they were like so bad for you, but yet I would like order pizza and chicken nuggets all the time. I put chicken nuggets on pizza at one point. That's actually really good.
That sounds fire.
It was
Wait, I never thought of that. I also have the palate of a raccoon. So, also why I'm very thankful that I healed my relationship with food, because now I can like not feel bad for eating like McDonald's at 2 a.m.
I mean, I wouldn't advise that though. That's so bad for you.
It's called balance.
I mean, there is balance, but like you could like I don't know, have like a Ninja Creamy at 2 a.m.
No.
Like.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. But I don't know. I would not advise, because also digestion wise, like that's not good. And then your heart rate's gonna be high. But okay, once in a blue moon is fine. But the chicken nuggets on the pizza, I remember it was like New Year's of like 2017, I think. And I ordered a pizza from Pizza Pizza, and then I ordered nuggets from McDonald's, and then I got a large fry, and I stuck them all on a pizza, and then I drizzled the pizza with sweet and sour sauce.
That sounds phenomenal.
It was phenomenal. It really
was.
It's like I
might have to try that.
Top tier stoner food.
I was just gonna say I might have to do a little, and then try that.
I would not do it. I mean, not sober's fine, but like top tier.
No, you gotta like if you're gonna go in, you gotta go in.
And actually, it was funny. Is at the time I didn't even smoke. Like I only started smoking like 2 years ago. I was very.
I started in the pandemic, and I still do every day.
Well, every day.
Every night. I don't do it in the day. It's like my decompressing time. Like 8 p.m. happens. Sometimes 5. Like if I go to the gym, I could do a little bit. And it's a really
you go to the gym high?
Yeah, mind muscle connection is insane.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I've tried doing that, and like an hour workout takes me like 4 because I'm just like chilling, and I like instead of a 2-minute rest period, I'll do like a 10.
Yeah, no, I like to do a little bit of pre-workout with like just a couple puffs, and then I find I'm a lot more into the music. I can feel my mind muscle connection so much better. For example, I used to fucking hate back day because I couldn't feel it at all. I didn't know what was going on back there. And then I started smoking a little bit before the back days, and holy shit, I was like, the tempo was good. I could feel my muscles working. And it became one of my favorite days.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I think well, your back is really how do I say this without sounding weird? Like
Lean.
your back is really nice.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes. I really enjoy
muscular.
shoulders is my favorite, then back, and then legs.
Like
I
you have a
actually hate
good
legs.
physique. Well, no shit, but like your back is actually, I would say, like your what's the like your hourglass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like actually pretty. It's really like
I think honestly,
ideal.
like, I don't know if you want to like cut to like a photo where I was
I
like a
can just
power
pull it
lifter.
up.
Was a power lifter.
Like how long ago was it on Instagram?
Let's see. Well, if you go to my before and after,
Like the one that's pinned?
It was pinned. It's not pinned
No,
anymore.
it's not pinned.
I'll find
You
it.
pinned the one where you went out like last week. It was a good outfit though.
Thank you. Here. That one. Do you want me to send it to you?
Yeah, just send it. That's so much easier because I'm just gonna scroll forever endlessly. Oh, I
So,
found it
there
actually.
you
Whoa,
go.
that looks like two different people. Holy
I
shit.
know.
And there's a
So-
lot in the face too.
So that's like peak eating disorder, Laura.
Wait, how can I put this on the fucking screen? Can I drag this? Hold on. Technical.
Probably.
Wait, I'm working on it. Hold on. All right.
There
There
you
we
go.
go. There we go. Well, if anybody's watching on video, there you go. You get to see the
Yeah.
photo. Up.
So,
There you go. That's crazy.
yeah, so the left side there is like peak eating disorder. This is literally me eating 1,200 calories a day.
That's fucked. It's that you remind me of a client actually the one I went to Burlington to take her for sushi Danny. Like she had like different coaches all the time, and for 3 years she didn't realize it at the time. You can only dig a hole so deep, and she would literally like be in a deficit like similar to you, probably like 1,200, 1,400 calories, and her maintenance is like 2,500.
Yeah.
Right. And so now we basically had a reverse diet, and she was scared shitless because
Oh,
she was
yeah.
gaining weight, and I get it, but like there's no other way around it because you can't. What am I gonna do? You can't fucking eat like lower than 1,200 calories,
No.
right?
So what are you going to do? Just more cardio? And
no, like that,
less?
and then you feel like even more shit, and then your hormones are fucked, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, we had to basically reverse diet her back to maintenance, and now she's able to like slowly, gradually go back into cut fat. But that was the first time. Very similar, like.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and then fast forward to the right. This is me eating a normal, and even more. Like me and my partner at the time, like this is like when we both got into weed during the pandemic. We would eat so much at night, like snacks on snacks on snacks. And like I was obviously terrified at first because I did initially gain a little bit of weight because my body is like, what the fuck is going
But
on?
also, it's probably some water too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it wasn't like healthy stuff, let me tell you. It was like our thing was like Ben and Jerry's, and like I was into like hot Cheetos for like 6 months straight.
That's a pretty good stoner combination.
Yeah, it was great.
Did you dip it in the ice cream, or it was just like?
I think I probably did.
Yeah, that's right.
I usually
That reminds me, I would go to Wendy's and I would get like the Frosties and dip the fries in the Frosties.
Oh, that's the best. I still do that with McDonald's fries and like
With, hot Cheetos and Ben and Jerry's.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so anyway, and then like I said, we did start implementing fasting as well, and I still do that to this day. And I think that does have a big, it's a big reason why I did also get lean. Obviously, running is a huge one as well.
Yeah.
Only reason I got into running was because of the pandemic. I had no other way of doing cardio, and actually what we first started doing before we started running. So our building that we lived in had about like 50, almost 50 floors, I think.
Yeah.
And we would run the stairwell twice in the morning,
that's
as in
fun.
like a stairmaster. But it got so boring. Like there was no natural light. People were running into people going to work.
Yeah.
And taking the stairs and stuff. So started running. Fucking hated it. Hated it. Oh my God, it was so bad. Everyone who's trying to get into running, I'm just gonna say this right now. We used to run from like City Place to Trillium Park. That is 2 kilometers. I would have to stop like 5 times to catch my breath before I could even get to the halfway point.
You got to start somewhere. Though,
Exactly.
right?
But I had no other choice. There was no other option. Gyms weren't open.
That's valid.
So I had to just keep going. And then eventually I stopped stopping so much. And then I made it a goal to go like for 3K, for 4K, for 5K. And then it honestly probably took me like a year to get good at it.
But now you did like half marathons.
Yeah. I had my first full marathon in October that I just
shit.
signed up for. And I'm really nervous.
Well, what's worst case scenario? You don't finish, but
I just want to finish. Everyone's like, what time are you going for? I'm like, I don't care about time. I just want to finish. I want to have I don't have a benchmark because I've never done it before.
That's valid.
My benchmark will be whatever I finish at. Which
yes,
will probably,
you versus you.
Exactly.
Who gives a shit? I mean,
And then, if I don't kill myself and want to stop running forever after that, then maybe I'll do another one and then make it a goal.
yeah, don't kill yourself. It's not a fun time.
Yeah.
Because then you're dead.
Yeah. This is.
Oh wait, wrong thing. There we go.
Yep. So that's my last half marathon that I did. This was a freaking nightmare. Um, this is me being way too ambitious. So
Makeup's on point though.
yeah. So this is yeah. I mean, the filter helps. Uh, so this is my last one I did. This was May. This is I forget what the name of it's called. The Toronto Waterfront Marathon is the one that I usually do, which is the full marathon I'm doing in October. So this one's in May as well. It's not as big as the Toronto Waterfront. So I fast through all of my marathons.
You don't take anything?
Not until I take a gel around 15K.
Okay, thank God. You'd like.
Yeah.
I would be worried if
Yeah.
you passed the fuck out.
No, yeah. So I'm gonna have to start learning how to run with food though, because I can't fast.
No,
for
especially if you're doing a marathon.
No.
There's no fucking way.
Absolutely not. No, I'm gonna have to learn to eat and not fast anymore.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of them, they do like, they carb load the night
They
before.
do. Yeah, pasta, bread, stuff like that, which I will be doing. I always do anyway. But I'm gonna have to eat beforehand as well.
Yeah.
And I just, the reason why I don't is because I get like cramps if I drink a lot of water before or eat before.
Interesting.
Like just in like the side of my stomach. But I'll have to work through that because I can't fast through a marathon, obviously.
That'd be fucking stupid.
But yeah, so my ass for this one in May last year, so the Waterfront Marathon, the one in October, they always have like sides where they have water, they have gels for everyone. Like you don't really have to bring much. So I'm thinking, oh, it's gonna be like the same. It was pissing rain. They had no gels. They only had water on the sidelines, and I brought no gels, zero.
That's not good.
And it's pissing rain, so the like it's really damp in the air. And I'm at like, I don't know, 11, 12K at this point, and I can feel my knees locking up because it's like damp and like my body does not work well in like damp weather. And I'm like, shit, I'm not going to be able to finish this because I have no gels. I'm literally going to be fasted for 21.5K. Like I'm fucked. And I did not feel good. No. And so I like take my headphones out and I'm yelling. I'm like, does anyone have a gel? Does anyone have anything? Anything, please. No one's responding. Everyone's in their fucking...
Everyone's in their zone.
Exactly. So I'm like, great. I have one option. Scan the ground to find one maybe dropped unopened gel that someone has. In the dirty ass,
that's crazy,
muddy ass road that we're running on. I'm at like 16K. I see one.
Actually, like, that's crazy.
Yeah. I grab it. It wasn't open. I'm disclaiming.
Well,
I'm
I
not
would
that
fucking
gross.
hope so. I would fucking hope so.
Not that gross. So I rip it open, slick it back. It's fucking covered in mud. Disgusting. Yeah, but it honestly saved me.
That's crazy.
It saved me. But yeah, never run without gels.
Probably not.
Just be careful.
Or like honey packets or really anything that's going to affect your glycogen.
Exactly. Any candy, whatever. Lift the City, my supplement brand that I work with, that's in City Place. They just started selling gels. They're really, really good. I definitely recommend going there to grab them. Black Toe also has some good ones as well. That's usually where a lot of people get them from, but lots of options.
So on that note, how did you, I guess, evolve into like where you're at to what you got into in terms of like the fitness and the coaching and like kind of what inspired you, you know? Sure.
So I had not worked in fitness before, but I was pretty heavily into the gym at this point when I moved to Toronto. So where I moved, it was really close, almost like 2-minute walk to an F45. Mm-hmm. This was King West. And so I didn't have my PT cert or anything. I just kind of like blindly applied. I saw it on Indeed, and I was like, oh, you know, like I've done it a couple times. I really like it. And like, I would like to like maybe get into a little bit of like working in the fitness world instead of just doing it. And it was during the pandemic. And I just moved to Toronto. I had no friends. I literally had no one other than my partner and like one other girl that I moved that also was from Barrie that moved to Toronto. And so I was like struggling to make friends because there was no other way to be able to do that because everything was closed. You couldn't go out and meet people. So I was like, okay, well, you know, at least with this gym, like once it opens again, when things are back up, like I can meet a whole new group of fitness people. And I applied and I quickly went in for an interview. I got the job and then they were like, okay, like you just need to get your PT cert. And I was like, perfect, no problem. So I got that. I went through Strive for that. Really, really good program. If anyone is looking to get their PT, Strive is what I used. I forget the name of the guy that runs it. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
But it's called Strive. It was a couple of years ago, but really good course. It was like a week long. Honestly, anyone can do it. It's very knowledgeable. Teach you how to be a good coach. Regressions, progressions, all the ins and outs, warm ups, cool downs, whatever. Everything you need to know basically to be a good coach. So I went through that, got my PT cert, and I was there. I was with F45 for 4 years.
Interesting.
So I was about 2 years or maybe 2.5 years with King West, and then I moved over to the one in Liberty Village because I moved over there. And I just kind of felt myself plateauing a little bit because F45, it's amazing. I still love it. Like I still go and I go to my old place
Yeah.
and I still do workouts there. Like I went last Saturday and like we're still really, really close. I still love everyone that works there. But the only thing with F45 is that it's all like pre-done for you.
Yeah.
Like the programs are the programs and it's that they're run on a calendar globally.
Yeah, I used to work at 9 Round. Same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. So there's not really a lot of once you've, been there for a couple of years, there's not a lot more that you can do to like grow because you're not building any of your own programs. You're fixing form and stuff like that, but there's only so much you can do. And I just wanted more like control. I wanted more hands-on. So I explored Equinox, which is who I'm with now,
Yeah.
as well as Altea. So I started.
That's how you say it? It's Altea?
Altea.
I thought it was Altea.
Altea. I don't know. I
don't
think
know,
it's tomato because so many people ask me this.
Yeah, I pronounce it Altea, but I don't know.
So I used to say Altea, and then everyone said Altea, so now I'm used to saying Altea.
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
But yeah, like you said, potato.
Exactly. So I moved over to Equinox, and this was where I now can build my own programs. And the best part is like I get to work out with them.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing. Like I love being able to show people the form as they're doing it and not have to run over and do this and that and everyone's doing something different. It's a lot more controlled. It's a lot more fun. I get to play my own music and I just feel like I'm putting in my own personal touch in those classes. And like that literally fills my cup. It's like my favorite thing ever. I love having people come up to me after the class and be like, "Thank you so much." Like I had one lady and my Equinox in Yorkville, I do every Monday morning, Metcon Mondays at 7:15 in the morning. If you're ever looking to get worked out, if you're ever looking to get your shit kicked out, no, I'm kidding. No, it's really fun. If you ever want to come, though, it's great. But anyway, so this lady, she comes up and she says something so nice every time. She goes, "I love starting my week with your class. It's so amazing. You do such a good job. Thank you so much for everything." Like that shit just like fills my cup. Like it really like warms my heart, like to hear that I'm making such a positive impact on people in just a very short amount of time, like 45 minutes. And they're like, "You made my morning. Like you made my week." Like I just think it's so cool to be able to do that and share, my excitement with fitness with other people and like make jokes and have fun with it and just like, I just love it. I'm such an extrovert and I love being able to just like talk to people and like just express like my passions with everyone else, and I really, really enjoy it. So I've been with Equinox for, I want to say 4 months now, and then Altea probably around the same, if not.
So are you a trainer there, or do you like work out there, or both?
I do just group fitness. I don't do any PT stuff. I just
At
because
Altea, right?
both.
Oh, okay.
Yep. I've actually never done one-on-one PT work. I just don't want to. I'm like very ADHD. I like to be like,
Gang.
ba, 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 ba. Like,
Word.
I don't want to fucking sit there and watch you do 14 reps of.
Oh,
I
my
don't know.
clients know that. I can't,
And I don't want to make
I
small
can't.
talk with you. I don't want to be your therapist. Like, I want to be like, "Let's fucking go. We're doing this. We're doing this. We're blasting music. We have a big group with us. Like, I want to yell. I want to like move and stuff. Like, that's like, I love that shit. So that's why I kind of have more been favored, group fitness. And that's also kind of just what I've always done. And I really, really like it. I still love it to the day. More than I have now ever, because I'm now being able to create my own programs and my own playlists and like really put my own personal touches in every part of it, which I love. So yeah, Altea, I'm there on Wednesday mornings and Friday nights. Friday nights are so fun now. I just switched it. It was Friday mornings, but now it's Friday night. So Friday nights at Altea, Wednesday mornings at Altea, and then for Equinox, it's Monday mornings in Yorkville and the Tuesday nights on Bay Street. So if you're ever looking to work out.
So you mentioned the story about the lady who's like said like you really help her with the motivation.
Yeah.
That she likes your classes. Are there any other client success stories that like had an impact or like
Yeah, I do get a lot of like really, really nice Instagram messages. Like, I started running because of you. Thank you for like, I get a lot of traction and feedback when I'm very authentic and honest on my Instagram. When I've talked about my eating issues on social media. I've talked about my journey and my struggles and like having bad body dysmorphia days and stuff like that. And the amount of positive feedback that I get and how many people that really like struggle with it and see me that I'm no different.
Yeah.
It really like touches my heart. I really love that I'm able to be authentic and be open and honest on my social media about that stuff because it's so fucking real. Like everyone has such bad days. Everyone has really good days. Not everyone has a great relationship with food, especially in the fitness industry.
And they don't really honestly tell
No,
anybody that,
it's true.
right?
Some people are embarrassed.
Like
It's
day
nothing
in
to
my
be
life,
embarrassed
and
about.
it's not actually a day in their life. It's just
No.
complete bullshit. It's fabricated.
Absolutely. Exactly. And I try my best to stay away from that on social media. Like even with brands, like I'm not going to promote your brand if I think it's shit.
Amen. Valid. I've literally never taken a sponsorship just mainly because
Me
most
too.
of the ones that I can't stand. I like
Exactly.
Rain. Well, they never reached out to me, but that's okay.
Hey, you know what?
I know that. I forget the guy's
good.
name. I met him
Liam.
before. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I met Liam
he's
before.
great.
When I was doing the meal prep stuff.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
Yep.
But I don't know. But that's actually it's funny because I would give people the Rain energies when they came, and then I was like, you know what? No free promo. I'd put my sticker on the Rain can if people
Did
thought
you?
that was funny. Yeah, I
Man,
have a sticker. Of my
I should have
logo.
brought you a case. I have like fucking 4 cases a month.
That's actually a lot.
It's too much.
That's probably not helping with
No,
your caffeine addiction.
no, honestly, I actually don't have one. I maybe have one energy drink, if that, a day, and I don't need it. I didn't even have caffeine yesterday.
I live off this shit.
I don't know why, but I really don't.
I wish I had
Which is
that
weird
issue.
because I'm busy as shit.
Yeah, no, that's a good problem to have. I don't know. I need caffeine. Otherwise, I'm like,
Yeah.
not. But actually, that brings us to a good segue. Like in terms of being authentic, like what's your strategy, or is just like, or also being engaging on social media? Because like you're kind of like, I don't like the word influencer because it's probably like overused.
Yeah.
But, like, you have a good audience and social presence. There we go. So like, what's your like tips or strategies or like, I don't know, what's your thing?
Honestly, just like being myself, try to be like really funny and stuff. Like I'll make like stupid little videos. I mean, some of them it's with my close friends, but but I just feel like just being yourself and like also just like posting different things. Like, some running content and then like, you know what? I'm going out for drinks. I'm going to do this. I'm having fun with my friends. Like very diverse content, not just sticking to one thing to show that I'm like actually human. Like I'm not just
You're not a robot.
I'm not a robot. I'm not just like in the gym and then I go to bed the next day. Like I've like the biggest thing I think that I've like really wanted to make my social media is like you can have both.
Yeah.
Like you can be fit, you can go to the gym and you can still go out for drinks and not feel bad about it. You can still have fun with your friends. You can still travel and not work out for a week. Like it's okay. Like you are allowed to live and like you need to have fun too. Like I know I love going to the gym, but like I love going out with my friends too. I love getting dressed up. I love being able to look good and take photos and like just be girly and then, get a little ratchet, No.
But yeah, it's
but like
important
have
to have
fun, like shake your ass, whatever.
It's important to have
It's
balance.
not that serious.
No, it's not that serious.
Okay. So that's it. I really strive to that. And it took me years to find balance. It was,
Yeah.
I didn't drink for like 3 years because I was like
Wow.
so again, very worried about calories, very worried about food around me. Like I avoided every social event like the plague, like truly, because I didn't want to drink. I had calories. Hello. Like,
Yeah,
why would I want to drink my calories? Right. So, and
I mean,
would,
that is valid, but like, yeah,
but like now I don't give a shit.
I don't know. Maybe
I mean,
work-life balance, basically. But I think it's important to just be you and like have a healthy lifestyle. That's like,
exactly. And like, I don't let any of that affect any other aspect of my life. If I go out for drinks, I'm usually up working at 7 a.m.
That's crazy.
Like I work in sales full time, 8 to 5.
That's actually
Monday to Friday.
crazy.
And I also have 2 gym jobs. Like,
I didn't
and
know
I still
that.
go out. Yeah.
Whoa, that's crazy. How do you actually function? That's
I work
nuts.
from home. I'm lucky, but
Okay.
but still, like I'm dedicated as fuck, man.
What's your job, or is that like an NDA you can't reveal?
No, it's a sales. I work in sales.
Okay.
I'm not going to say the company.
No, you don't need to. You don't need to.
But yeah, I work fully in sales. So I actually worked in tech sales for 4 years.
Interesting.
And then I got laid off in June.
Wonderful.
Super great. So then all I had was, I always have had like 2 jobs at least. Like I'm a very hard worker. I like to be busy. Yeah.
ADHD gang.
Exactly. Literally.
Hyperstimulated.
Exactly. So basically I was like, holy shit, now it's like June. I have 1 job. I was at F45 and that was it for the summer. And I got really good severance. I'm really lucky that they gave me like 2 months of pay. So, but I was like, holy shit, like what the fuck am I going to do with my time? And I could feel myself like losing purpose. Like I didn't know what to do with my day. I didn't know, like, other than apply to jobs, like, holy shit, I went to like so many job interviews, job fairs, to presentations, like, holy crap, trying to find a new job. But it was like, I felt like I didn't have purpose because I just had like F45 and that was it. And like, yeah, I love that. But it was like, what am I doing? What else am I doing? Like,
Solid.
so I ended up finding this job. I didn't think that I would find another fully remote gig again. I did. I'm very thankful for that. And I also didn't realize, I was really upset when I obviously got laid off because I really valued that job and I really enjoyed it. But what I didn't realize is getting the job that I have now, even working still from home, there was no work culture at all in my old company. Like you really just like were kind of on your own. And like, we would do a little like once a year, like a little group thing here and there with the company. It was a small company, but there wasn't a lot of communication. Like if I found out someone left the company, it was like 3 weeks later, like when I went to go message them, like stuff like that. Like, and now the one that I'm with now, I've never been so happy. They have so much support, so much like wellness support. If I need something from anyone, like people are jumping at the opportunity to help you out and support you. And they really take your time with onboarding. It's been such an amazing experience. I'm learning so much more than I have, in the 4 years that I was with my other company. They really give you a chance, an opportunity to move into another role and move up in the company and like really equip you with like what you need to do to sell and close your deals and stuff like that. And like, I'm so thankful for that. You never know in hindsight. You think the world's ending, when it happens. And then you look back and you're like, wow, I'm so thankful that, I got laid off or this, relationship ended or I lost this and blah, blah, blah. So I'm really, really thankful that I have that. But yeah, full-time sales. I love it.
No, but that's good.
I get like a high off of it. When I get that yes for a meeting, I'm like, let's fucking go.
No, I feel that. Yeah. Well, more so because I want to like help people, but like it's also like fundamentally it is a good rush because it's not easy to sales. Wow, that's a whole topic for another day. I didn't know that about you, actually, but like I love talking sales and business. But episode 2, if you wanna,
absolutely, yeah, I'll be back.
I don't know what it's called, but if you want a mastermind on business and sales with Laura and Puffy, just leave a comment or something. I don't know, but a really bad segue. What is like you want to talk about like your social media people like what was it? The brass? How do I say it? The one you get your
Peruvian.
Yeah. You get like your bowls from there all the time.
Yeah. Super good. So Michael Fallon, he's the one that owns it. He opened quite a few of them. There's one in New York as well. There's a chef that actually designed the menu who is in New York. He has his own Michelin restaurant in New York City. So he is very like Peruvian based like type of palette and menu. So he helped design the menu for Michael. Really good. Natural, high protein.
Yeah, it's really healthy.
It's very good.
It's like it's not as shitty as a Chipotle. Like it's not as super high
it's really
sodium.
good,
yeah.
And you don't feel like shit after.
Yeah.
And it's really, really good. They have so many different things on the menu, and their shakes are really good too. And some of them have like, like charcoal in them for like helping, what is it, digestion or detox? I think detox. Couple things. So really, really good. I love that partnership. I've been working with Michael, I want to say almost about a year now. Really, really good, supportive.
I wish they had a place closer. They only have like downtown location, right?
They have a couple downtown. There's like King West, they have Queen Street.
None like midtown.
None here, no.
Yeah, it's really
no,
annoying.
It's downtown. I know.
Cause I would actually order from them often because I get sick of Chipotle sometimes. I kind of order Chipotle.
I haven't had Chipotle in a while.
It's not bad. It's good. It's consistent. You know what actually irks me about Chipotle? You can't order chicken from them. Like you can't just get chicken. You have to, if you could, I wish I could just get like, just go and be there. Can I get like 10 ounces of your chicken? I don't give a shit if I have to pay $20. You can't do it.
That's weird.
It's
I
really
didn't know
annoying.
that.
It's really annoying. I mean, I'm sure if I got like a burrito bowl and I
Like
literally
chicken on the
just want,
side.
yeah, like, but then they'll literally just
You're
charge
just
me
gonna
like,
spend so much more money.
it's dumb. But yeah, I really like, what did I get? I love Nando's, but it's expensive as well. I got
haven't had
Nando's
that.
the other night and I got like a chicken skewer. It was like red peppers and onions grilled with chicken thighs. It was so fucking good.
That sounds
But
fire.
it was like $40 for like 4 skewers.
I freaking love Roy Woods.
I've never heard of that.
It's like a jerk chicken place downtown.
Interesting. I don't like jerk chicken, really.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah,
It's really good. Really, and they give you a lot of food for like cheap, honestly. Super good. They have it in Union Station, I think, as well.
So is there any other we like Rain. I think we shouted them out
Yes.
already. Is there any other people you wanted to like I don't know, give a plug to?
Yeah, OtherShip. Okay, so yeah, I'm very big in like the, taking care of your body, fitness, physique type thing, but like I don't really have a space other than OtherShip to take care of like my mind and like mindfulness and being present and like really trying to like reset and regulate your nervous system. And OtherShip, I've been with them since they've opened almost, and I'm one of the co-pilots there, which is what they call like their influencers.
Oh, okay.
So
I was like, you don't fly a
yeah,
plane.
no, they just call them co-pilots.
That's cool.
But that place is like my baby. I am absolutely obsessed with OtherShip. It is such a wholesome, like calming, holistic, just like place for
They
you
have
to
like
just
the like
be.
the cold plunges
Yeah,
and like the saunas.
yeah.
Okay.
So they have a couple locations. They just opened one in New York as well. But they have one on Adelaide, and then they have one in Yorkville as well.
Okay.
So basically, you walk in, they have, the change rooms. You put your stuff in there. You put your cell phone in there. That's like literally number one for me because I have a really hard time disconnecting.
Obviously.
Really hard time. Like my phone isn't like view.
Yeah.
I'm grabbing it.
Wait, actually on that note, have you ever heard of this thing called a brick? Like it's like okay, I gotta
Oh
send it
wait,
to
is
you.
that the thing where it's like timer?
So it's like
And you put it in?
helps me a lot. We both have ADHD, so there's this thing. It's really dumb. Like okay, it's called a brick, but basically you brick your phone. It's like this square, and like it's a magnet. So like you click your phone, you tap your phone to it, and then you take it and you stick the thing like away. I'm doing a bad job of explaining this, but basically it locks your phone.
Okay.
And you could choose the apps that which you can go into. You could choose obviously don't choose to open Instagram and shit.
Yeah.
But basically when you brick your phone, you can just have like I just
Messages,
have Google
phone,
Docs.
whatever.
Yeah, I don't even have messages on it because
Yeah.
I typically just use it to like when I work out because otherwise there's a lot of times I'll work out and I can't like finish the workout because I'll just have a bunch of people message
Yeah,
me.
that makes sense.
Right. But yeah, sorry, we got off topic. But I'll
That's
send that
okay. No, that's okay. Yeah, please do. Yeah, I definitely am bad for doom scrolling, especially at night with TikTok. Ugh. But
Yeah.
anyway, so yeah, so OtherShip, it's really, really good. You walk in, there's like some change rooms, and then once you're out of the change rooms there is like this area where you can sit down. There's a fireplace. They have really, really nice incense with their own signature scent. Really calming, really sweet. Then they have a little tea counter so you can make a tea for yourself. And then you walk in, there's a couple showers, and then there is the sauna.
Yeah.
Big sauna. They have a big speaker in it as well, so they play certain musics depending on what type of night it is. And then they have cold plunges as well.
Solid.
So essentially what it's like, so there's two ways you can go by doing OtherShip. So they have free flow where the space is open for you. Usually it's a 90-minute session. So you go in, use the space however you want, and then they also do classes. I am more of a person that likes the classes. Some people don't like them because they feel a little bit like hoo-ha, whatever. But I really like them. This is like the time that I'm not able to like really look inwards and like check in with myself without doing those classes. So like, for example, I'll pull up the schedule for today. I actually thought about going tonight because I'm trying to be wholesome. Till Super Bowl tomorrow. I want
you have any plans for the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. A group of us. We're gonna have brunch first at a friend's house, and then we're going to Cherries.
You love that place. You should be
It's like,
sponsored by that fucking place. Well, actually, I was curious. Did you play pool with the Jonas Brothers, or you just took a picture
wish.
of them?
No, I did ask them if they were playing, like
Yeah.
who they were playing next, and they were like about to leave. I was like, fuck. But no, I didn't play with them. But I definitely creeped a good video of them.
Yeah.
But they were actually there again the other night.
Oh, that's great.
It's like their new spot. Well, they're filming a Christmas movie here right
then
now. That's
probably
why.
Yeah. Joe Bros.
Yeah.
I wonder what the title is. Is it Joe Bros Christmas or something?
Probably. It's all of them. And I was like, "Ugh," as if Nick
Wait,
wasn't
and
Nick wasn't there when I went.
yeah.
Rude.
No, but what's and Frankie, was Frankie there? He's like I think that's
Oh,
like the fourth
also
one.
the Arkells were there.
Oh, I like them. They're
Yeah.
good. Oh, that's
I
interesting.
didn't realize until I saw the video after it. I was like, the Arkells were also there last
Pretty
night.
sick.
And then I saw Kristen Guzman at the gym today at Altea.
Oh, Guzman.
Yeah,
Ah,
that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Close
alpha
enough.
guy.
Close enough. Close enough.
I don't think I've ever said his name out loud.
That's okay.
So like weird like celebrity sightings this week. I don't know. I love it. I'm here for
I mean,
it.
Toronto's a small world.
I've run
fitness
into Shawn
industry.
Mendes a bunch too. Like I used to live right beside him. He's like part of the reason I got a golden. I met his dog and I was like, I want to get a golden. What do you think? And he was so sweet. Such a solid dude. I love Toronto for that. And the coolest thing was like seeing the Jonas Brothers play pool. No one was fucking fangirling.
Yeah.
Everyone was just letting them play.
Well, I think it's also like where you were at too. That's
Yeah.
probably why they went there, right?
I think
It's
so.
Not, it's not like people are gonna be.
And that's
like,
probably why they went back after too.
it's because it's low key, right? I
Exactly.
mean, if they went to like I don't know Chuck E. Cheese, it probably wouldn't have gone over well.
Exactly. Well, they they went to like a Jonas Brother trivia night.
Okay, well, obviously that's not gonna work.
That
out.
was fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Oh, well, they should
That
have
was
won.
like-
Did they win?
Probably.
I mean,
I don't
that'd be
know.
so funny if they didn't win their own fucking trivia
That'd
night.
be funny.
That'd actually be something that I would do. Like
I would the same.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I
I'd
didn't
lose
remember
my own
that.
trivia night.
I would totally lose mine.
That's
I have the
funny.
worst memory in the world. But anyway, okay, so I'll give you like some examples of OtherShip's classes. So this is a really good one. I've done this one quite a few times. So it's called Rose, Thorn, Bud. So basically, so it says embark on your exploratory journey designed to help you regulate yourself through introspection and self-discovery, connecting with yourself, and like your human emotions, thoughts, and feelings. So essentially, they'll take you through, the rose, which is like kind of like what's really good right now in your life, and then there's like the thorn, which is like what's really bad right now, like what are you holding on to, and then like the bud, which is like what's like a new beginning kind of thing. And they kind of take you through sections, so you kind of spend about 20 minutes in the sauna doing some breath work, some meditation stuff depending on what the class is, and then you'll go into groups and go into the cold plunge. You'll do 2-minute sessions, and then they usually come back into the sauna and do like a little wrap up, and like then they'll open up the space for everyone to kind of like share some experiences. And I've heard such amazing people come up and like open up to a bunch of strangers. I did once and I cried in front of everyone, and it was just such a beautiful experience. And like people coming up to me after and was like, wow, thank you so much for sharing what you shared and being so vulnerable. And it was like, it's just such a safe place for me. And I
actually
really, really love it.
So
Like,
would you say
I
that
cannot recommend it more.
would you say that helps with like your like I guess positive mindset? And, like,
Absolutely. Yeah. And if I ever feel like I'm like, in a rut, or like my nerve system is shot and I'm in really, really high stress, situations, I will go there and I will leave that place always with a entirely different mindset and a smile on my face and just feeling like, like it's a really cool place. And it is near and dear to my heart, one of my favorite partnerships, and I will always love, and I will always, say the best things about them because they're just great. So that's definitely like my 3 favorite partnerships would be, Braza Peruvian, OtherShip, and Rain Energy. All because I would just things that like actually enhance my life.
Well,
and, like,
and it's
add
true to
to my
you.
life.
It's not like
It's true.
I don't know. It's not like I don't know. It's not some like generic ass clothing company that you don't even
No,
wear. You know.
exactly. And I've had, when brands reach out to me and they ask to collab, I say I'm more than happy to collab, but I would like to try your stuff before I commit.
That's what you did with me when I did the meal prep company, right?
Exactly.
I gave you samples, and then you're like, it's good, and then you did I don't
Yeah.
remember what we did. Like we did like a collab post, I think,
We
like
did.
years ago.
Yeah, a couple years, yeah. But yeah, and I've reached back out to brands, and I'm like, I'm sorry, like I didn't like this.
That's
I didn't like the
admirable.
experience.
Yeah.
The quality isn't what I expected. I'm not gonna post.
No, and then like, why would you want your audience that you've built
That's
up
why.
that trusts you to like buy? Yeah, exactly. That's actually
exactly why.
But then
and
that's
I don't
respectable.
care about the fucking money.
yeah.
It's not about that for me.
So what other stuff do you do? We mentioned you had a dog. I have a dog. I love my dog. Well, other than the dogs, what other stuff do you do outside of fitness? Like you do the running, you
Yeah.
have dogs, you have tattoos.
I do. I want more. I like the little dainty tattoos.
Those are interesting.
Yeah. And they don't like, not really like a lot of them mean something. Like this one's for my dog Daisy.
Oh, nice.
Like this is like my correlation to my birthday, like July 11/11, because it's like something I always see. It's like my angel number. And And like some are just kind of random. This is also number 8. This is like my lucky number. And then this is my birth year.
What's the cheetah?
Oh, it's just a cheetah. I just
It's just
wanted
a
it. Shout out North. Shout out North for doing that. He's
Just a
great.
cheetah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, you know what's funny? My dad asked me why I had 1995.
That's
on
the
my-
year of your birth.
Thank you. Fucking dad. Fuck dad.
What the fuck, Dad? I mean, shit. I've known you for like in person for like 2 hours, and I could figure that out pretty
Right?
quickly.
And I was at my brother's house
That's so
when he
fucking
asked
funny.
me and my brother look at each other. We're like, really?
I mean, okay, maybe like he thought it was like, I don't know, like a fucking math equation or some shit.
It's a dad.
That's
Such
a
a
dad
dad,
thing. That is a
right?
dad
I
thing.
know. I
That is a fucking
love him
dad
to
thing.
death. Love you, dad.
Did he get the memo though? Like
He got it
was
after.
like,
I
oh.
told him. He laughed. He was
You
like,
should have
"I'm
just been
sorry."
like, hey, Dad, what was the year I was born?
He wouldn't know.
He wouldn't
I
figure it
promise
out,
you,
eh?
he doesn't even know my birthday. I promise.
You know, you got a lot of stuff going on in the brain.
Honestly,
if it
it's
wasn't for
fine.
my iPhone, if it wasn't for like every time someone tells me their birthday, I put it right in my phone.
Same. I have to.
I can't remember it otherwise.
I literally like thought Carter's, like my best friend's, was like February 4th. He's like, it's April. I was
Yeah,
like,
well,
oh,
that's close enough.
sorry.
No,
Here I am, like, what are you doing for your birthday next week? He's like, next week.
no. So then the plan is then he gives you the actual date and you update the contact in the
Yes,
phone, and then
I did.
and then you're good.
Set reminder.
100. No, literally, I
1
have
week before.
Yep, I have reminders in my phone to remind me to remind my friend. What are you doing for your birthday?
Yes.
That's
good.
so funny.
So ADHD.
No, actually, that's the perfect segue. I was gonna ask you, like, do you have any productivity hacks or like tips for people with ADHD, or like you mentioned, like OtherShip? Is it OtherShip or OtherShip?
OtherShip.
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
OtherShip, like meditation. And
Well, yeah, I mean, just not having your phone around is great for trying to be present and in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I like to try and set timers on my phone for
Mm-hmm.
if I'm going to try and do something. Like, for example, I'm in sales, right? So I have to bang out like a lot of calls in a day.
Yeah.
I usually try to get around 80 outreach a day that's including email, phone call, LinkedIn, whatever.
Yeah.
So I will block out maybe 30, 40 minutes of my day and I'll be like, okay, I'm going to turn my phone off or like put it away, take my watch off. Cause again, I'm going to get notifications. It's going to blow.
Yep.
It's going to like, lose my focus. So I put my stuff down. I'll bang out a bunch of calls, and then usually like at the end I'll be like, okay, after this I'm gonna go have a snack or go for a run or some type of little reward to
like dopamine
get
hit.
you excited.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. That was super helpful. Getting into reading is super helpful, like a physical book
Can't
though.
fucking read.
I really like self-help books. I'm not really big into, fiction.
Yeah.
Maybe just because I never really have given it a shot, but like I'm more for like Atomic Habits and like, I fucking love Can't Hurt Me by
Yeah.
David Coggins.
Yeah, that's a good
amazing book. I want to read the second one. I still haven't read the second one yet. I want to reread the first one again. It was amazing. I mean, obviously that's like
I want to listen to the Audible version.
So do I, because he
I
does
want
it.
him to like yell at me.
Yeah.
Stay hard. Who's gonna carry the boats?
Seriously though, I fucking love that guy.
You gotta burn the boats, or you gotta burn the wood, because nobody's gonna be. You have no more boats. You gotta go on the island and burn the boats.
I love it. I love him. Honestly, yeah, that's a sick story right there.
He's cool, but like he's a good example of like taking things to the absolute extreme, and he's like the 0.01% of what's actually possible. Like, it's not
Absolutely.
impossible, but then people see him and try to compare or try to do the same thing, and like
He's
to lose
just
100
built
pounds.
different,
He is
man.
built mentally. He is built different. Like he lost 100 pounds in 3 months, and then he kept it off. Literally almost 100%. Like 99.99%
But that was
of
like
people won't.
him hitting rock fucking bottom
Yeah.
to be like, he had to have that switch and go, what the fuck am I doing?
What are you
And a
doing?
lot of people haven't had that yet.
Yeah.
I think maybe that's why they haven't had like that aha moment where they're like, what am I doing? Like, this is like a kind of like a reality check.
Yep.
So I feel like that was obviously a huge part of it too. And then like hearing about the spoiler alert, his hole in his heart kind of thing. And like
Yeah.
how he didn't even know that was a thing. And the fact that he was already doing and pushing himself this hard while also like having this condition was insane. So yeah, super inspiring person, super inspiring story. That's another book that I absolutely recommend.
Well, to circle back, do you have any like, I don't know, like what's your go-to in terms of what's my question here? I don't know. I lost my train of thought. What do you do to incorporate your mental health into like your coaching, or like how does that help with that?
I think just like getting enough sleep and rest and still making time for things that make you happy other than just like work and stuff. I think that's a huge part. Doing things that make you happy. Like for me, it's like quality time with like my partner and like my dog. That's really, really important to me. And like small things that really like just help ground me, like going for morning walks with my dog in the morning, listening to a podcast, getting a little bit of sun on my face, getting some fresh air. Doing stuff like that really helps with mental health. Again, like I said, like sleep and rest is huge. I know that when my sleep suffers, my mental health is so bad. It
Yeah.
suffers so much. And I think therapy. Therapy is a huge one.
That's valid.
I haven't been there in a couple months just because of like my whole benefit thing with being laid off, but I'm going back this next week, and I'm super excited. And it's just like, getting having some type of outlet,
Yeah.
emotional outlet, other than the gym and stuff like that. It's always really good, but like I'm someone who kind of like needs to talk through things
Hmm.
and process things. The only way I process things is by talking about them,
Well, that was the one
and
thing that
that
I wanted to
helps.
touch on, that when we talked about like the eating disorder is
Yeah,
like obviously we had different types, but like
yeah.
don't be afraid to reach out for help and get help. Like
No,
the hardest part, whether it's fitness or obviously something technically more extreme where it's like you have an eating disorder, is like, well, don't be afraid to reach out for help. And the hardest part is admitting that you kind of need help, right?
absolutely.
So I
Yeah, that's the first part is just realizing that, it is a problem. It is affecting your life. It is not the healthiest thing, maybe.
yeah.
And then being willing to try and change that and grow. It's always the first step for
So
anything.
yeah. So what advice would you give to someone struggling with their relationship with food or exercise?
I would try and maybe first console either a family member or a friend, someone that you really, really trust, just to kind of get familiar with saying it out loud
Yeah.
and getting, used to like realizing that yes, this is something that I'm struggling with. Obviously, professional help is really helpful. I would journal as well. Journal's really good. Like actually writing it, I think is really helpful. You can even get like those 5-minute journals. Those are really helpful
That's valid.
sometimes. Just to like if you're not someone that's like can sit there for hours and write down things,
Yeah.
just to help check in with yourself and track kind of your mental health on a daily basis. And do a lot of research. Actually, one thing that helped me, I was actually talking about her the other day, Stephanie Buttermore. She hasn't been online for quite some bit.
I have my
What
own
thoughts
opinion
about
on
her?
that.
So the reason I bring her up is just
It's a good
because of
example,
her
but
all-in journey.
I understand it's a very extreme journey though.
It
I
is.
don't agree with what she did at all.
I know. I don't think a lot of people do.
No, I don't.
That's kind of what happened to me, though.
I don't think you took it to the extreme where you were basically like going from eating 1,200 calories to then like 4,000 calories and getting. She went from like like whatever you want to call it, like borderline, I guess, anorexic or like starving herself to then like she's now. Well, I don't know recently, but like 3 years ago she gained like 80
I know she
pounds.
did, yeah, but that was because she was
But then
trying to fix her like
But she took it way to the
extreme
extreme.
hunger.
Yeah, but it just went to the extreme of the extreme. Like she put fuel on the fire by going from like not eating to then eating whatever she wanted, and then got really large. So
Yeah.
I don't know, but
But her body did regulate later because her hunger and fullness cues came back.
yeah,
And she didn't feel like she was like after, about a year of it,
yeah,
then she wasn't feeling like eating 4,000 calories anymore. It was like her body was finally like adjusting to eating normal amounts again. Again, same thing with me.
yeah.
So I think that's why I kind of relate in a way. And like that like made me a little bit more comfortable with, eating what I wanted from 0 to 100, and also like seeing that there is like light at the end of the tunnel.
So is there any like one final message you want the listeners to have, like a motivation or like a last hurrah or like I don't know?
I would say like just try your best to have balance with everything. Like fitness is great, but it's not the all and be all. Like make sure you still spend time with your family and your friends and like the things that you love outside of fitness. Make sure that you do have balance there, because I know how overwhelming and indulging the fitness community can be, and it's
Yeah.
great, but it's there's so much to life than just fitness, I promise.
I mean that's valid,
You
but also
know,
like you can
I don't
incorporate
like
your
just don't
life. Yeah.
avoid things.
Yeah.
Like don't avoid traveling, don't avoid food, don't avoid celebrations. I regret not going
Yeah.
to certain weddings. I regret not going to baby showers. I do, because of what? Because I didn't want to eat food. Like and not going on vacation.
No, that's
You're
valid.
not gonna die, I promise.
No, that's really valid actually, and that's sad. But like that's why like
It's
life is
hard. I
made for
get it
living.
though. Like you feel trapped. You
You
do.
do, but like also you have one life and you have to live it. But then it's like you shouldn't limit yourself or put yourself in this box. I mean, for some people, it's, I don't know, is that really better than like being overweight? Probably not. Because at least if
No.
you're overweight, then you're like, then you go and enjoy life in that moment, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know, but
Yeah,
it's all
like,
a matter
have
of
a
balance.
healthy lifestyle, but like that means to have balance.
100%. You can't do the extreme. I mean, that's like my thing. It's like consistency is better than failure, and like it's a matter of having a healthy lifestyle. Because if you lose 20 pounds in 20 days, probably gonna bounce back. You're not David Goggins.
100%. No,
But
truly,
if
fitness
you-
is a lifestyle, and that's never been such a real statement. It's true. It's something that you can sustain for the rest of your life.
Yep.
You avoiding foods for the rest of your life and events and traveling isn't going to do very much for you.
No,
Like,
it's not healthy.
it's not healthy.
So, have you ever watched the show Hot Ones?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm to quote Sean Evans. We have this camera, this camera, and this camera. Let the people know what you got going on. Just okay. Plug, like, I don't know, do a promo or like plug your stuff, or just be like, "Yo, this is my Instagram."
My Instagram is Laura Colucci1. I have a website as well if you want to work out with me. Very one-off programs for at-home, intermediate, and beginner. On my website, lauracoluccifit.com. Super, also very knowledgeable. I teach you pretty much in the document how to do every exercise, what tempo looks like, what time under tension looks like, basically everything. So
if you want to learn everything,
if you want to learn it all, you can always consult me too. But also, if you want to come to my workout classes,
yeah, I'll put all your
me.
links in the description. Especially like if there's any like things for like OtherShip and
yeah, I do. I have a
send
couple
that.
discount codes as well
So yeah,
for my partnerships.
in the YouTube or in the Spotify or whatever, if you're seeing this, it's all the stuff will be below. And if you're still listening, thanks for having an attention span longer than a squirrel. Can you like do me a solid and do all the algorithm stuff and like review this and drop a like and maybe subscribe. And then also if there's anything specifically you wanna cover or like any questions / you want us to talk about in the future, then I mean that's what comments are for.
Yep.
So hopefully
Whatever
this
you guys
goes
want
well.
us to
Yeah.
cover in the next podcast that we didn't cover today, let us know. So we'll put it on the list.
Yeah.
And I'll
Okay.
make sure we get it covered.
And until next time, thanks for watching. And you want to say bye? Say
Bye, guys.
Okay, bye.
Thank
I'm gonna
you.
press stop.